Hi guys, Video Demon here, also known as Thierry, and today we're going to do the first video of August. Last month was really good, honestly. Thanks for all the support, guys, with the documentary that I made with my friend. Uh, I really hope that it'll help his music career grow. If you haven't seen it yet, it's 10,001 a music documentary, and I also did a little cover of Linkin Park's In the End with him, like a little acoustic cover. So that was really positive, and I wanted to make more videos, but I was moving back to my parents' house, and also the Wi-Fi connection has been terrible here for the past week or so, but we've got it fixed now, and that means I can make a few more videos before I go back to university next month. So I'm gonna do this one, and just to check, hello, that's my hand there. I'm gonna do some more album reviews. I'm not gonna reveal which ones they are. I'm gonna make it a secret. But today we're gonna do another collection video update. Why am I doing this? Because one, the last video was ages ago. I've done 2 videos so far, and the last collection update was in October 2019. Yes, almost 2 years ago. And I've collected way more vinyl records since then. So I thought it's about time to, complete the video. The collection videos. And the other thing as well, the other reason I wanted to do it was I just enjoy talking about music and just showing off collectibles. It's probably one of my biggest hobbies right now. Yes, I'm spending a lot of money, but you've got to do that for things you enjoy. But we're gonna do this in absolutely no order. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna show the LP as well as the record inside, a few of the details. And I'm gonna talk about the albums a little bit, as well as where I actually bought them, because I bought them in various different places. I moved obviously to university, and I found a few more shops, and that meant more building up my collection. So we're gonna start off the very first one. Linkin Park Meteora. Yes, guys, I think if you didn't know, this is my favourite album of all time. Not just in nu metal, not just in rock, but of all time. I think it's a masterpiece. There isn't a single bad song on this. There's no skippable tracks. It's incredible. Hybrid Theory was already amazing enough, but they knocked it out of the park with this one. And if you already saw my old vinyl videos, I already got Hybrid Theory, but I finally got Meteora because I wanted this one for ages. I wanted it ever since I started collecting all those years ago. And unfortunately, Meteora was actually very rare to find. There were the original 2003 presses were very rare, and re-releases were also quite hard to find. I think there was a gold edition which goes for hundreds. So when I heard on Record Store Day 2021 that Meteora was going to be on the list, I was like, hell yes, I've got to buy that. I've wanted that for years. So here we are. The cover is beautiful. We've got the guy in the gas mask, the paint mask, which actually the mask is very fitting considering the time period we're living in. But anyway, so he's got some spray paint cans. The whole marketing for Meteora was behind the scenes things. So we've got a mixing desk here. We've got all the tracks, and yes, this is a double LP. Hybrid Theory was only one disc, but Meteora was two for some reason, which confused me because it's not a very long album actually. So I don't know why they decided to do that, but it's their decision. The inside of it is the big wall. This is actually in the CD as well. I do own the CD, but unfortunately it's not in the best shape because I've had it for a long time. So I thought I'd get it again. I absolutely love the graffiti here, and I will try to show you the records as well. I'm not going to show you all of them just because I don't have time. And I won't show you all of them because some of them are just like your standard, discs, black records. But these, because it was Record Store Day 2021, they had a gimmick. Yes, This one is in aqua blue. We'll try and get it out. So this one is in blue. Personally, I would have preferred if Meteora was done in green, you know, to fit the colour scheme of the cover, if it was like khaki green or something, but they went with aqua blue, which I'm not going to complain, it's still really nice. So there we go. I'm not going to do this for all of them, just for a few of them, but there you go. They've got a few pictures, because I own the CD, so I remember the pictures being actually in the CD version instead. I won't show you behind, because it's just another picture, but if you can go on discogs.com, I'm pretty sure you can find it. Hello? So, that is Meteora. I think there's also a, I'll get the little slip out of it as well. If I can find it. There you go. So you've got the lyrics as well as some facts, like little factoids about the songs, how they were recorded. You've got some more paint cans, spray paint cans here, and pictures. I remember them being in the CD version too. All of the band members. Rest in peace, Chester. And yeah, but we're going to move on from that because this one took quite a long time. But Meteora probably is my favourite record in this whole collection just because I love the music so much. Now we're going to move on to another Record Store Day 2021 pick. They actually split it up twice, but I didn't go to the second day. The first day was in June, and the second day was in July, but I didn't go to the July one. I was too busy, and none of the records really interested me. There was one for like the Matrix trilogy soundtrack, but I was disappointed to find it was just the background music, just the score, and not like any of the licensed songs, because Linkin Park was actually in Matrix Reloaded, but anyway. But I did go to that one, and I got Meteora and Ruben's album, Race Car is Very Fast, which is, it's actually a double LP of Ruben's first and second albums. If you don't know who Ruben are, they're a more like post-hardcore type band. They're very rocky, but they're not really metal, but they do scream a lot. So they're really cool. I love the skeletons mixed with the trucks. It's very fitting. So you have all the tracks, and you also have like basically like special thanks and things like that, and the storyline behind it all, kind of like a little retrospective. You can pause that and read it if you want. But this is a great album. I think the first one is much better though. Race Car is Race Car spelled backwards. Obviously, you've got both of the album covers. So, Race Car is Race Car spelled backwards. I actually remember back in 2018, a friend of mine actually introduced me to Ruben. I had never heard of them before. He told me to check them out, and I actually listened to this album in class, like through my headphones, like working on my computer. So, that's a little memory. And Very Fast, Very Dangerous. So, that was 2004, that was 2005. So they're both really good, and it was good that they actually packaged them in two instead of just releasing them separately. I actually think that's very generous of them. We're going to get this one out too, but I'm not going to show you both of them. Hold on a second, guys. They get stuck easily. There you go. So, they're actually a three-piece band. There's only 3 guys in the band. And there's stuff there if you really care to read any of this. So, this one is a clear vinyl, and no, I'm actually not going to get the other one out because it looks virtually the same. So this one's a clear vinyl. Obviously, Record Store Day, they do special ones, special coloured ones to make it more exclusive. And let's try and get the second one, a Very Fast one out as well. And there you go. That's the second one. It looks like they're on some bridge or something like that. And there's another one. And I'm not going to get it out because it virtually looks exactly the same. Just a different picture on the circle. So that's Ruben. You should really check them out. It's really unfortunate that they broke up years ago. There's been hints of them wanting to reunite, but they just haven't done, which is a real shame. And the final Record Store Day one I'm going to show you. This one is hella heavy. I can't believe I used the word hella. But anyway, Gorillaz D-Sides. Now, this is Record Store Day 2020. Now, 2020 was a bad year, but going to the Record Store Day was actually like a highlight because the lockdown had sort of ended temporarily and I was able to get out there and go and get some stuff. And none of the releases really interested me except the Gorillaz ones. I would have got G-sides as well, but none of the songs really interested me and I didn't want to spend extra money. But I bought D-sides because Demon Days is one of my favourite albums of all time. I'm still thinking of I'm going to get it on vinyl because Demon Days was my childhood, and I realised that I've never actually listened to D-sides before. I've seen the cover a lot in shops and like on the internet, and I thought the cover was always kind of like creepy and cool looking, but I never listened to it, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. Demon Days was amazing, and it's gonna be cool having, these songs like extra cuts and some like there's deep cuts and there's also remixes here. So this one is actually a triple LP. So there's 3 discs in this one instead of 2. So you have all the songs. I'm trying to remember which songs I haven't listened to it in a long time. I think Hong Kongaton is like my favourite song on it. And there's also just remixes of songs like Feel Good Inc. and Dare, Kids with Guns, Dirty Harry, the classic songs. So it's really good. And maybe if I like do save up some money, I can try and get G-sides, but I don't really care. But you open it up and it comes in 3, and I just love this, guys. Look, all of the little sketch drawings of the beloved characters in the Demon Days era, which was the best era for Gorillaz. I'm not really a fan of their music anymore. They got like very poppy and focused way more on guest artists than actual like Damon's music. But it's fine. Murdoch, he was always one of my favourite characters. We got Noodle as well. Fun fact, I used to have a crush on Noodle when I was like a little kid, so probably one of my first like cartoon crushes. But anyway, little sketchy drawings there. I'm not going to get all the records out, I'll just get one of them just to show you. Just to show you it, guys. Each side as well has like the band members' faces on it, so we've got Murdoch on there. And we've got the, I can't remember what that is, I think it's like the gargoyle. It's like the Pazuzu gargoyle statue. And yeah, it's just a black vinyl, so I don't really need to get that out and show you guys. So let's move on. I'm going to make it more quickfire because this video is going to be very long. The newest record I have in my collection is Chevelle Narratius. It released in March 2021, so it's a very new album, this one. And to be real with you guys, this album, it didn't disappoint me. Like, it's a good rock album, but it's definitely not as heavy as their 2000s releases, unfortunately. But I'm still happy it was made. I really like the album cover. It looks like a 70s sci-fi film poster. I really like it. And Narratius stands for, I can't remember, I think it's like, nothing is real and this is a simulation. So that's pretty cool, and it's nice and orangey. But I actually got this for my birthday in May, because I always like to get vinyl releases for Christmas and my birthday. So yeah, Peach was a good song. But yeah, this album was okay. I mean, it also didn't help that one of the band members had left, so it's literally just Pete Loeffler and his brother, the other guy. The bass player left the band, so I think they just filled in for him instead. But we've got this very Star Wars sci-fi looking picture here, and we've got the lyrics. My biggest complaint for the album though is that there's too many like filler tracks. Like there's literally just like second long tracks of just nothingness and not actual music, which is like, it was to pad the runtime. If you're gonna have like extra tracks and make it long, make it real music, because it's just like disappointing. But it was still pretty good though. We've got the lady on the front again, and Chevelle's logo again. So not a bad album, just not really the greatest thing of all time. But as a collector, I appreciate it. Next, we're going to move on to probably my favourite band of all time, Incubus, and their third album. This was the one that shot them into the stratosphere, Make Yourself. Make Yourself was obviously, when they got a little bit more commercial, they kept the sci-fi kind of like crazy sort of like unique sound, but they went for a more radio-friendly feel. Drive is probably like their biggest hit of all time. Pardon Me is like a staple in like new metal, alternative metal. And I also really love all the purple sort of like sci-fi kind of stuff here. Very cool looking, and it's a double LP manufactured by Music on Vinyl. They're a Dutch company who reissue a lot of classic albums. And I've got a few of their releases. I've got LD50 by Mudvayne and a few others. I really should have taken this out of the plastic, honestly. So the cover is really beautiful. I'm also thinking of getting Science as well, the one that came before this, the really like groovy, trippy new metal album. But I already have it on CD. I got it like proper cheap in HMV in my local town. But I'm gonna get it on vinyl anyway, just to kind of like represent. We've got this heart. I don't know what that is. Unfortunately, it's actually kind of blurry looking. It's like they've tried to enlarge it on a vinyl and it's kind of compressed it. We've got the band members' faces there. We've got some lyrics. That's the guy from the Science album cover. And it's a double album, but both sides virtually look the same. You've got one red side and one reverse side, so it's black. So very cool. I'm very happy with this. I've also got Morning View as well on vinyl. I love Incubus. They're amazing. And I hope to get more releases from them soon, like Science. I love it. Next, we've got some 80s thrash metal. Megadeth, Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? I found it for quite cheap. About £15, which is quite cheap actually for a classic album, from a local record shop. And I saw it, and I enjoy Megadeth, but I'll say it right now. I think Rust in Peace is a much better album, though. I kind of wish like they were selling that, but maybe I can get it another time. But Peace Sells still has some really good songs on it, like Good Morning Black Friday. That one is really good, but it's still nice. We've got Vic Rattlehead, the classic mascot. I do really like Megadeth, but I just think Dave's voice is weird sounding. No offense to the guy, but yeah. But this was the pinnacle, though, of like album covers, guys. Like back in the 80s when they would paint all the covers. It was amazing. There you go, Wake Up Dead. There it is, Good Morning Black Friday. So this one's a pretty good one too. It's only one LP. Get this one out as well. We've got Vic's hand and him again. So not too exciting, but I think this is a genuine like 1986 like release though, so quite cool actually. I have something so vintage. We're going to move on to some more soft rock now with Coldplay's second album, A Rush of Blood to the Head. Now, I'm not going to give my opinions on modern Coldplay because I really don't like them. They really went too poppy and they just sound like Maroon 5 nowadays. But this was their second ever album. Back when they were a good rock band, they were on the softer side of alternative rock, but they made some good emotional bangers. A Rush of Blood to the Head is a classic. It's in my top 10 favourite albums of all time. I've also wanted this one when I started my collection, but I didn't get it until Christmas, like last Christmas. But here we go. So I've also got Parachutes, but I own it on CD. It's very nice, white and plain, classy kind of look. Obviously Clocks and The Scientist. Politic is really good, In My Place. You know all these. If you ever want me to do reviews of these someday, guys, just let me know. This one is, I think this one's a single one. There's only one disc in here. Coldplay, A Rush of Blood to the Head with the guys. Got there. This one is also a gatefold. Gatefold means that it opens up, by the way. And you've got a picture of the band in like the studio. This is what I liked about A Rush of Blood to the Head. It was very like raw sounding album, and it really shows with this picture. They were just in a little room all playing at once. Chris Martin over there. Very nice. And that is the record. I think the rest of these are just in black, so I'm not going to show them all. Oh, I forgot to show the Megadeth one as well. That one's really cool. That one is more classic and 80s looking. We also have... I'll go on to another soft rock sort of album. Another very critically acclaimed OK Computer by Radiohead. I'm not the biggest Radiohead fan, but the two albums in particular from the 90s, The Bends and OK Computer, they really do live up to the hype. Like, they take sort of the 90s sort of Britpop rock type music, but they add a much more, what would you say, somber kind of feel to the songs. And OK Computer was obviously an album about, like, you know, technology taking over, and lots of songs are about depression and things like that. My favorite is actually Let Down. No Surprises is obviously a really sad one. So I already got this on CD years ago, but I thought I would get it on vinyl too because it's a top 10 album. I love the cover. Tom York's voice is also really fits the music well. So you've got these people going in this mole type of thing, like a map system. You got all the songs there. And also I like how they don't go in side A, side B. They're eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It actually tricked me the first time I saw it. And this one is also a double vinyl, so you got all the lyrics here. And the LP sleeves are... these are all pictures inside of the CD as well. Pigs. This one is black too. I kind of would have liked it in blue or something, but it doesn't really matter. They're kind of just plain white, just like the CD, but still. OK Computer, maybe it's a little bit overrated from fans and critics. You know, it's a very sort of... Radiohead fans are sort of like the snooty types, which really put me off their music for a while, but OK Computer really did like live up to the hype. So I really recommend it to you all. I love how all the songs connect to each other. It's really, it's amazing. Go check it out. We've only got about 3 more left to go, so we're going to go through these quickly. I'm not a big fan of this band, but I saw it in the record store pretty cheap, and I checked out some of the songs and I liked it. 30 Seconds to Mars is debut album, the self-titled album. We've got this kid on the front, and we've also got this kid on the back as well. He kind of looks like a young version of Danny from Game Grumps with his afro. But anyway, 30 Seconds to Mars is kind of a band that... this album was actually like very underground. Not many people talk about it. It has more of a progressive metal, progressive rock, space rock kind of feel. All the songs are about like being in space, which fits the Mars theme. But after this album, they released the second one, which had like Bury the Kill. And they went in a more alternative rock, pop rock kind of feel. And now it's just Jared Leto and his brother. Everyone else in the band is gone. So you couldn't even call them rock anymore. But humble beginnings with this 2002 album. They were very good here. And I thought I would check it out because it's definitely my kind of music. It reminds me of Atom Ship, which is a very underrated band. And all of the artwork of these kids, I assume it's like child soldiers kind of thing. You know, these kids are being sent to space. Tattoos that have probably been like written on them, like forced on them or something. I don't know. But it's cool. And I'll get one of them out. It's a double LP. The songs are quite long, and they're not like the most catchiest, but they have a very unique sound, and I just miss the band when they were good, because nowadays they suck, and it's really sad. Jared Leto clearly cares more about acting in Hollywood. So the first side is very white and plain, and the second one has this very video gamey looking emblem thing on it. It's very cool. I'm actually very glad that I got that one. We've got 2 more left to go. Let's go through them quickly. Great classic nu metal album. Again, Deftones, Around the Fur. Classic cover with this lady on the front. Her forehead and like her eyes. It's just like, yeah, very strange looking cover, but it fits sort of the summery kind of sleazy vibe that some of these songs have. I do think White Pony is better. White Pony has better songs on it, but Around the Fur is more heavy sounding, more raw sounding, and it's obviously less proggy, and progressive sounding and shoegaze that their later work would be. I have Adrenaline on CD, but I don't really like Adrenaline that much. My Own Summer, Shove It, and Be Quiet and Drive Far Away are classic songs. I also really like Lotion as well, and Die of the Flu. We'll get these out too. Let's get these out as well. It's a black LP again, and we've got the nice orange. It's like a dandelion, and I really like their logo back then. It looks very classy looking. Orange, I like it. And the pictures inside that would have been in the CD are all of the band members just kind of like chilling and in the studio. Very of the times, the fashion sense. We got Chino. I think that's the guy from Soulfly as well. He was in a song. I think he was in Head Up. Max Cavalera, is it? I don't know. Deftones, you got lyrics here. The lyrics are useful because Deftones, I honestly can't understand his voice, so it really helps that. I don't know if I'm the only one. But yeah, I'm really glad I got that one. And the final one is a band that I'm not a fan of per se, but I got it because it was cheap and I wanted to try out a new band and I really liked the cover. Testament, Souls of Black. Testament were another 80s thrash band and they're still going to this day actually. But I'm not the biggest fan of thrash. I think it's a very like sort of samey sounding genre. Its speed and solos aren't really like my taste, but I got this one because the cover looked beautiful looking. These like scary hooded demon guys who look kind of like the villains from Lord of the Rings. I think, what are they called? The Ring Wraiths. But yeah, Souls of Black was their fourth album from 1990. It's apparently not one of their best because it didn't really experiment much. But at the same time, thrash fans kind of want everything samey sounding, so I don't know why they were complaining. But there's some decent songs there. That's the band. I don't regret buying it or anything. It's like a nice addition to the collection. It's still pretty good. Got pictures of the band live, lyrics, and the record is more 80s looking. It's more like the generic kind of thing there. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my vinyl collection. I know it's all a mess. If you want me to do any more videos like this, let me know. And I'm also going to do some CD collection videos too, if anybody wants to see those. My problem, though, is that the CDs, I have like so many of them that the video would just be like too long. I would have to do it like very quick fire, if you know what I mean. I would have to like do it like proper, just show the CD, then the next one, then the next one, because I've got so many and the video would be like, it would go on for hours. It would be even more than half an hour long. But I'm still going to do some more reviews. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm hoping that vinyl collectors don't get like crazy at me or angry at me for scattering them all around like this. I think the next records that I want to get, if I ever do another update, I really want to get Metallica's And Justice for All, because I love Metallica. They're one of my favourite bands of all time, and I love And Justice for All. And I want to get Science by Incubus. If I find any more, interesting releases in shops, I will buy them if I like the band, and if they're at a good price as well. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this collection video. Peace out, and stay tuned for more.